one strand of your hair in your head. Each strand of hair as an individual is a representation of God. That God you are using, you are seeking with procedures and techniques and this and that. Each and every cell, our bodies have got billions of cells. Each and every cell has got consciousness, individual consciousness. This consciousness is even in your each and every hair. This consciousness is in your each and every nail, in your each and every pore of your skin. Each pore has got its own consciousness. It is, before going even outside, everything within you is one with God, is God. Because everything has consciousness. The Bible is very clear that God is omnipresent. He is everywhere. So everything is God, including if you take out your cells, you count them to the billions one by one. Everything, every cell is God. Every cell is God. Take your hairs, every hair is God. The reason why we are not experiencing God is because we have ignored the simplest, which seems stupid notion that of the omnipresence of God. If you are walking with just this omnipresence of God, let me tell you, you will experience God in everything, because God resides in everything. Everything has got consciousness. You will experience God in your shower, in the toilet, in your when you are cooking, from your spharia, spoons, everything, cups, water, everything. It does not need dramas. It needs the knowing and coming to that realization from deep within. And you become that. Where you focus your energies is where your energies go. When you endeavor that today, from today I want to experience God more than anyone else in this planet, and project your energies up and just say, I want to experience God. That is your knowing and your understanding. You will experience God even more than the way Jesus experienced him when he walked in this planet. Very simple. And this is the trick which God used. When he creates, he always, he thinks, I want communion with my creation. I want to be close to my creation, which is the closest place I can be with them. If I go into the temples and the mosques and churches, some people will miss me. I want every creation I want to commune with every creation. Where can I put myself? And God was very clever, and he did something which is stupid, which confused human. He knew now, wow, I will, for me to be in communion with each and every of my creation, I will reside within each and everything. I will experience and express through my creation as myself. And it was a very tricky thing for a human, because humans, they know, if there is a God, it should supposed to be a giant man, a very big man, big man, something very big. From up in the heavens, he can hold this planet with a finger. He cannot. So there should be some ways of finding this God. Then the other tricky beings, they take that advantage. They come down. Oh, these people, they are looking for God. Let's go down there and tell them that we are God. Period. Then we come with miracles and you believe we are God. And while God, because he wanted communion with the humanity, he placed in humanity and all creation, he placed himself in each and every little thing. Every little thing has got consciousness of God. A can of beer, a packet of condom, they all have consciousness. Everything is God. In the beginning there was God alone, and everything else came forth from him. And everything resides inside of God, within God, because nothing exists outside of himself. And no matter how intelligent God is, he knows of nothing existing outside of him, because nothing exists outside of him. Everything is within him. I was telling Kamau today, wherever God is, he is just in a seated position, is somewhere seated in stillness, because there's nothing outside of him. Nothing exists outside of him. All creation is within him. He is just in a meditative state and is just experiencing himself from within. And I told my brother Kamau, this act of meditation, people take it lightly. It is an godly act, very divine act, because that is the state of which God is, being present, experiencing all within himself, nothing outside. When we disconnect with all the thoughts outside, we disconnect with all the senses outside and ground ourselves deep within, we tune to that godly state. This is the truth of the story. For someone else, it will be a joke, because everything is energy. No, you cannot perceive anything which does not match your energies. The reason why you will reach out to someone else and talk to them about these things, and maybe they are in some other forms of religions, and they will not understand you and will think you are crazy, is because they cannot perceive anything of higher densities. You cannot perceive. Sheila, your friend was having a problem, and we wanted, you reached out that we need to assist her, and you talked to her. Did she understand you?
No, we were in two different worlds.
And that was that moment, Sheila, when you told me that her daughter is experiencing and this and that and this and that is happening, I told you immediately, Sheila, it's a date. We are going to finish that. And I knew everything what was happening, and I explained it to you. After that, I had already picked it up. It was something of setting that soul free, but the mother did not understand you, and he thought that these are crazy things. It's because of her vibration is still down there, and the kid is still hurting. The kid is food to crazy entities, and the mother is seated right there, is telling you that no, I don't prefer this healing. I will walk
the word.
I will work the word which she has worked for. I knew her like more than 15 or 20 years back. She's been a minister in a church, singing for Jesus, but she got attacked by stupid, petty tricks. Sheila, when someone Easy, the what we call witchcraft and bullshit and this and that. Sheila, they are just stupid tricks. Stupid, very stupid, very easy. If you will know, if people knew, even kids can do it. But because we don't know, people, those who know, they are playing games. So she's working the word 15 years down the line, singing for Jesus. Ask yourself, is this all what Jesus is all about? And this is the question I've been asking people. You guys, you have been in salvation. Yes, good for you. May God give you strength in that path. But 20 years down the line, Sheila, 10 years down the line, someone in salvation, they are struggling with the same marital problems. They are struggling with the same financial problems. They are struggling with everything, and everything is struggling with them. Is that what Jesus is all about? It is not. There is always a disconnection. To what? To the Christ within. Because people, when you tell people, get grounded within, they take this thing as a joke. Sheila, I was telling you a story that I walked this walk alone.
Yeah.
Without any guidance. And for me, it was one thing. I don't want millions. I don't want mansions. I don't want cars. I was just tired of seeking for this God I can't find. Because I used to, Sheila, I was with you in one church. Sheila, trust me, I was always asking myself questions every day. And it reached a point when I was saying, why am I pretending? Sheila, I asked myself this question when I was with you in church. I was asking this question, why am I pretending? What is the way out?
Seated there at the back.
Yeah?
Seated there at the back.
Yes, exactly. You saw me, Sheila? Yes, you realize always, all the years I've been with you in church, I used to sit at the back.
Totally disconnected.
Near the door. Because I was having suspicion that this is bullshit and shit can hit the fan here. Let me stay near the door. So that I will be the first one to run out, and I was the first one to run out of the church. True or false? And this is exactly what I talked to the pastor. I came to my house and I told him, brother, I love you. You are my brother, but for me, my time is up. I don't want any religion. I'm tired. And he asked me, why are you tired? And I told him, you people are worshiping Jesus as God. Jesus is not God. And then he told me, no, Jesus said, I and the Father are one. Then I told him, listen, he didn't say, I am God. Period. That is what I told him. We were in my car and I told him, listen, Jesus never said anywhere that I am God. And when Jesus said, I am the way, you are supposed to, when he said, I am the way, he didn't mean him. It means that the way which he was projecting is the path. Follow that path that Jesus walked. You don't just believe in someone, worship someone, but you don't want to walk the path which Jesus walked. Those are two different things. And that time I said, let me take this walk alone. And the first time I was just confused like a month, and I was talking alone like a crazy person. After people started noticing change, wakasema, are you okay? Mbona nowadays umekuwa mpole kimya kimya? I was troubled within, because I know now I have finished all religions. Now, if God is in religions and I am tired of religions, it means from now I am godless. I have officially become an orphan without a father. Now it is the state of confusion. Where is this God? Sheila,
Yeah.
it took me one year. Not 1 year, it took me 1 month of being troubled. And that day I was sitting on the bed, and this was the first time, Sheila, there are channelings of Cryon who I post in the group. This guy was doing channeling, and he was saying, humanity, you have put filters in yourselves. You have put filters. You have a lot of filters. The hand of God is stretched, but you are the ones who are elusive. There is no separation between you and God. What you seek resides within you. And that thing, Sheila, when he was saying that, it was like some blocks of ice were being poured upon me. Yani, I was feeling that when he was saying that. And it was at after midnight. The guy was just saying, the God is in you, and you are not here. God does not want to be served, because there is nothing you can give God which God lacks. God wants to walk with you and to work with you hand in hand. And then he finished by saying that humanity are babies. Humanity are babies, but if humanity knew, they will jump. This planet will jump to another density in a flash of a second. That's how we finished. And nikasema, wow. And I felt that like someone is pouring blocks of ice, small pieces of ice on my body. Wow. Sheila, guess what? It was after midnight. And he had spoken about stillness and just calling about the Spirit of God within. And he was clearly, he said, you don't have to do anything. This is what you have to do. Just be still. And important thing, and he repeated, this is the important thing which many people are missing. Important thing. Call the Spirit from within. Call that God you know from within you. Call that Christ you know from within you. Just ask, Spirit, I am here and I am ready. Hold me by your hands and lead me. Touch me with your love. Make me feel loved. That's what it said. He said, just say these words and just be. See what happens. Sheila, but this it takes when you are tired. That you may talk after Mungu says you see everything is not helping. Now you have the hunger and thirst of God. Sheila, that was the first day. That night, I tried to be still. Nikasema, let me do it. I'm tired. This guy, what he has spoken has touched me. Let me do it. Not tomorrow, not next hour. Let me do it right now. Sheila, I was tired of religion. Sheila, I was tired. And I just lay there on that bed, and this is what I told Spirit. On those lines which I said, I added, and I told Spirit, I am Spirit of God. If you are within me, I'm just tired of everything. I just want to experience your love. It was my first day of meditation. I did it from 1 o'clock to almost 9 o'clock in the morning, non-stop. And the experience was something else. From that day, immediately I got out of the bed. Everyone I met, I told them, hey, when you are in church and they tell you the presence of God is here, they don't know what the presence of God is here, because the presence of God is something else. It cannot be defined. It can be only experienced, and it is something else. Sheila, it is something else, I tell you. Out of words. No word can define it, describe it. It was my first experience, and that was it. 8 years down the line, alone. I have mine, Sheila, for me, mine was not even like what we are doing now, like looking for groups, sharing, learning, and this. No. Sheila, 8 years was my 8 years straight of meditation, because of that first experience which I received. That experience, I wanted to experience it every day. I was doing it. I was doing that. I was connecting. Sometimes I became tricky, but I was pushing. Sheila, 8 years down the line. That day, I didn't know what was happening. For me, I was just every day when I was experiencing the love of God, the touch of God. For me, it was enough. I didn't know any capabilities. One night, people came to my house. Hey, there is someone there. He's sick. Kufika pale, she was possessed, speaking in demonic languages, this and that. Sheila, I touched that woman. 5 seconds. People were there the whole night praying to her with thousands of tongues. When I went there at 3 a.m., I just touched her hands and she became sober. There, and I was shocked. And I asked, what is happening? Then I went to Lamu, Mpeketoni. A pastor with a broken hand. The bone was literally broken. He was very far from hospital. He was supposed to go to the hospital the next morning to Malindi for treatment. I asked him, he's a pastor of Methodist, 25 years, was an old man. I asked him, pastor, he was in pain, and then I told him, pastor, you are a pastor. This one, and I was telling him, like I was mocking him, and it was too bad, but I knew, I realized it, and I knew I would have not mocked him. I was telling him, hey, pastor, how many years have you been a pastor? And he didn't know why I asked him. Kumbe, I had another ball. Like I'm throwing you the way you want to catch a chicken. And you throw some seeds, and then it comes. Then you throw another one. So I was asking him questions until I asked him, how many years have you been a pastor? 25 years. And in those 25 years, have you ever, even in a single day, called upon that Christ from within yourself? He told me no. Then I told him, listen. He had covered his hand with a piece of cloth. I told him, open up that cloth. It was painful, Sheila. The guy was in pain. Broken bone is something else. And I told him, just put your hand. Because I had experienced that one, and I knew. Without any doubt, this is the knowing. I know that, hey. And I already, that moment when I was telling him that, I was already, Sheila, this is how crazy I've been doing stupid practices, and they've been doing miracles. Immediately I was telling him, put your hands here. I was busy within us, and I was asking Spirit, I know you will never fail me, and you are going to prove yourself here, and all the glory is going to be yours, not mine. I was saying that within me. I told the pastor, put your hand here. And when I was holding his hand between my two hands, I was telling him, this is what I told him. Listen, you are a pastor. Jesus said very clearly that the kingdom of God is within you. If the kingdom of God is within you, the king always resides in the kingdom. The throne is within you. And on that, I want to let you know, for me, I will like just to share with you the love and the light of the Christ within me. And I told him, release that hand. Sheila, the guy ran mad because he ran out of the car and he came back. That joy, because the boy, that broken bone joined there and there. Everyone was in shock. There were 3 people witnessing that. They were in shock, but they were not in shock. As I was the one in shock. Sheila, I was asking myself thousands of questions each second. What happened here? What is this? What is this bullshit? What the fuck is this? What? I was just shocked. Sheila, I was trembling when that hand joined. I was trembling. And that is the realization now came to me that, wow, those 8 years, those 8 years, why you focused on one thing in 8 years. Sheila, in 8 years, 365 days in a year, times 8. 365 days times 8. You get that number minus 5 days, which I skipped in 8 years. The rest of the days, that figure minus 5 days, 8 years minus 5 days. If you get that number, it was the total number of days I meditated. And my meditation from the first day has never been a 30-minute meditation. If I do meditation, it is not going to be less than 5 hours or 6. And I've been doing that throughout the year, and it became my practice, and it became me. Sheila, let me tell you something. It became me, It became me, and one day, I was like tuned to that frequency. One day I decided, wow, today I want to sleep. I will not meditate. Today, God, give me a rest. Today I want to sleep. I forgot that I had made it like the new normal. Sheila, do you know what? Immediately it reached that time. There I had my specific time, which that time when it reaches, I have to start meditation. And I said, wow, I'm going to sleep. Then that time when it reaches, I want to be asleep tomorrow morning. Up to tomorrow morning. This is what happened, Sheila. I nearly ran crazy that night. Because when that time came, it's like I was caught unaware and the energies just flowed the regular time. Sheila, I jumped out of bed like there was a snake. I stood inside the net, Sheila. I stood. And even my wife was surprised. What is happening? And I told her, wow, there is something, And she was just aware that I meditate every day. And when I told her that, no, I have to go and ground. And I told her, skiza, mimi naenda nje ku ground. Because energies, the same energies which come when I meditate, they have come at the same time which I meditate, and they are going to run. I'm going to run crazy if I don't get myself balanced, because this thing could literally make me even get out and run in the area. The way I felt overwhelmed. I went outside. Trust me, I did not ground. I went and I was having my underpants. I just opened the bedroom door, behind door, and poop behind the fence, and I went and dived to the ground like I'm diving into water. Trust me. Because when I came in, even my wife was asking, why do you have a lot of sand everywhere? I told her I was sleeping on the sand, because immediately I just slept on the sand, I felt the relief. And after that, I went back to meditation. I'm sharing with you guys this, not because to show you that I am the most favored one, I'm the most special. I'm not special, I'm the craziest one. And I will always tell you guys this. I am the craziest one in the whole group. It is only because you guys, many of the people in the group, I've never met with them, but I'm not a saint. I'm not a messiah. I'm not an angel. I'm just a normal guy. But the reason why I'm sharing with you guys, I want you to know that it is not a lie. It is the truth. When you are told that what resides in you is the Spirit of God, when you are told that the kingdom of God resides within you, this is not a hoax, guys. Yeah. This thing is not a joke. I have experienced shit out of this crazy shit, which there are things I have said I'm not going to share with anyone, because no one up to now, including you guys, can perceive them. You can't perceive. And I've been saying this in the group. There are things here, it will reach a time you'll come to get a shock, but you won't be shocked. But for now, I cannot tell you, because you will vacate the group, all of you. Be still and know that I am God, and I shall reveal to you the mysteries of the universe, the mysteries of the creation. That is one of the genuine verses which have never been interfered with in the Bible. Be still and know that I am God. And it comes with the promise, I shall reveal to you the mysteries of creation. When God reveals to you mysteries of creation, it is something else. Mysteries of creation. This galaxy alone has got 250 billion planets with life. Creation, God's creation. If He reveals to you a tincture of creation, people, there is a plenty of God available in abundance. You can experience God in anything, anywhere, everywhere, anytime, any moment, when you want to. And the hands of God are stretched. That first day when this guy was channeling, and he was saying that the hands of God are stretched. But we as humans are babies. We don't know even why the hands are stretched. But it is that high time now that you raise even a finger so that you can reach that one hand. And your life will never be the same again. And when I say your life will never be the same again, it's not that you become a millionaire. It's not about the physical things people should wake up. Hey, this is people, this is whatever we're experiencing, they're just projections. They are experiences, realities for us to evolve and this and that. But they are grander things than physicality. When I say your life will not be the same again, because you will be the same way. The same thing which Jesus proclaimed. You will be in this world, but not of this world. That is the thing. You become one of the participants of this world, but you are not of this world. You are not. You are not of this world, because this world you can see everything. And it doesn't take anything special, any rituals, any crystals or everything. It just take that first intent. When I say some things are godly, being still is an godly act, because that is the state which God is. And everything unfolds when when that first pure intent comes forth. When you have that pure intent from your heart, that is a godly thing, because before God created, what came first was that divine intent. Then he created. Let there be, and there was. But that which came first was not let there be. It was the first divine thought. Intent is very divine in everything, because intent is the foundation of creation. Intent is the foundation of creation since the time of God, and even in our reality creation. You want to go to the toilet, first is an intent before you go there. You cannot go to the toilet then have an intent of going to the toilet. First is an intent of getting up in the chair. Everything, every little move, every little thing we are doing, all activities, what comes first is the intent. You have to think about what you want to do, then you do that. Intent is something divine. It takes only that, wanting to be still, knowing God, and having that knowing that this promise of God, I'm getting it. If you go to God, people, go to God with your answers. God has got no answers. You don't go to God with problems. You go to God with a list of answers. God, these are my answers. Be firm, be strong. These are my answers, and God will know, yes, this is my son. He knows who he is. You go to God with your answers. You don't go to God with the problems. You go to God with the wish fulfilled. And it becomes that. And I shall reveal to you the mysteries of creation. These are the mysteries. When I can read your past life, when I can read your energies wherever you are, these are mysteries of creation. Everybody else, regardless of who you are, you have access to all this. When you can bilocate, you can be, when you can be in, you become in two places at the same time. I did this once. It is not because I was the chosen one. It was not because I was the holy one. I do all the shit. If you go to the Bible, the 10 greatest commandments, I think, among which are still surviving, which I'm still maintaining 2 or 3, but all the rest broken. Yeah, I think there are 2 or something like that. I'm not the holy one, but God searcheth after the heart. The heart that is empty will be filled. The heart that knows not, it is always revealed unto. The heart that is thirsty is always quenched. We have to seek God because we want to experience the fatherly or the motherly love. Being like babies, like the little children. And if you do not become like the little ones, you shall never see the kingdom of God. This is the grander truth, because the kingdom of God is like the little ones, wanting to feel the love all the time of the parent. We have to become like little children. You don't worry about what you are going to eat and wear tomorrow. It's not your job. It's the job of your father and your mother. You don't even care what is the next meal, because you know there is a meal. You know, all kids know there is a next meal. All kids, they know tomorrow I'm going to eat. They know, they don't need to worry about that. All kids, they make a mistake, you punish them, they cry, after 2 minutes, they have forgotten. Forgiving is forgetting. That's how little children are. They forget immediately. They touch something, you hit their hand, they cry. After they finish, 2 minutes, you start laughing with them, they forgot what happened. That you hit them, it does not exist. They are viewing you each and every minute. They look at you. They view you like they have met you for the first time. That's why when you're coming home, kids will come running at you. Like, wow, this is my mother. I've never met her. It's my first time. The way they run. Look at the videos, how kids run to their parents. You see. People. If you have ears, just hear whatever I'm saying. Not unless you become like the little ones, you shall never see the kingdom. Let me tell you, there is something called seeing the kingdom and entering the kingdom. You shall not even see that, wow, that is the kingdom there. I missed it, but it is there, I can see it. You will not even see it. Because the kingdom of God is like the little ones, people. To experience God does not take dramas, does not take mambo jambos, dogmas and doctrines. To experience God, you just have to walk with love and know that, and the knowing that the same way Jesus proclaimed that I and the Father are one. Walk with that I and the Father are one. Spirit of God is working with me everywhere. Just keep reminding yourself. Involve the Spirit of God in everything. I am getting in my car. Spirit of God, be the one doing the driving. You are going into a mall. Spirit of God, be the one doing the shopping. You involve the Spirit of God in each and every little thing. And guess what? Immediately you make it your practice. The bonding with the Christ within, with the Spirit within, the chemistry with the Christ, you become one with that. You become one with that, and you become that. You will see your things opening up. Wherever you go, everything opens up for you. You will think it's by your own doing, but it's not. It is because you involve the Spirit in every aspect of your life, and it has taken over your life. You are no longer in charge. People, to experience God is something very easy. It doesn't take rituals, practices, reading many books of spirituality, books, meditation. It takes only that sitting somewhere and knowing that, shit, I haven't experienced God. All these are just dramas. Spirit, if you really reside within me, you have, and the Bible, and we are always told in religion, test the Spirit. This is how dumb humanity is. The same people who take the Bibles and beating them on top of other people's heads that they are sinners, they never take time to read their scriptures. They never take time. Because the scriptures are very clear. Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. It's written clearly. And it is not, no matter how the Bible was corrupted, but I told you, for a lie to deceive people, some truths have to be added into the lies so that you buy into the lie. So the job remains on your hand. How are you going to separate the lie and take the truth out of that? To experience God is something simple. Very simple. Yani, God has got no restrictions. You just tell God anything you want. There are no specific words. Tell God anything. That if you are tired, just tell Spirit. If the Bible says, test every spirit. If you are told that the Spirit of God within you, He resides within you, test it. Test it. That writing, the one who wrote that writing, test the spirit. He was not joking. It is something true. This guy is, let me tell you one thing. I don't want to believe this because it does not need your belief. Either you believe it or not, that is the way it is. It remains like that. Test the spirit. And this is what I did in my earlier days. And I was very, very clear. I didn't care, but when you are tired with shit, you are tired. And I told that day when I was told to call upon the Spirit, I added my own words and I said, Spirit of God within me, if you are still alive, show me a sign. If you exist, and we are told that you exist within us, give me a sign. And that is first day experience. I experienced everything. And I didn't want anything. I didn't have agendas. Even if I was broke, I didn't care about man. I said, give me a sign. I don't care of anything. Give me a sign and touch me. Even if it is a tincture of your love, just touch me. So that I can have hope that you exist and you are still alive. Period. Doesn't take any dramas. Is it drama tunaika sisi wenyewe? We are building hurdles for nothing. You just need to call upon God and God will be there. We will show up. And from the first experience which I had, this is the knowing which I've been working with, that when I started doing things and people were healing, that day when I pulled a pen from the other end of the table, with the thought, I just wanted that pen and I was lazy working to stand up and go and pick it at the other side of I don't know how it like zapped from there to here, like, and it was there on my neck. From that moment, I was walking with the knowing, and I walk with the knowing. And my knowing, which is always written in my heart, is that I know that wherever I call upon God, He will show up no matter what. I've been working with this knowing. I've been healing people while making jokes. I tell them clearly. I'm cracking jokes with them and I'm telling them, listen, me, when I call God, He will show up. It doesn't need your belief. All the people I have healed, I always tell them, plainly on their face, listen, I'm going to heal you. I am a vessel and God is going to use me to heal you. But don't even bother yourself to believe that you are going to get healed or not. I don't need your belief. You can even believe that it is a scam. Believe that it's a scam. But one thing I'm going to assure you that is that you are going to get healed. Either you believe it or not, because God has never failed me. And I know He will never fail me. Wherever I call Him, He will show up in full force. And I'm calling Him right now. As I'm talking to you, I'm calling Him and He's showing up and you are receiving your healing. Someone got healed of breast cancer. A woman in Changamwe, she was having breast cancers and I was just speaking to her. And she was on a sofa set, and before doing the healing, I was just sharing the same words which I'm sharing with you guys. And I told her, and she felt something, she felt dizzy, and akasema ngoja kidogo, stop, ngoja kidogo, nasikia nguvu zinanishia. She lied on the sofa set, and after 5 seconds she sat up, and I asked her what happened. She said she doesn't know. Something mysterious happened to her. And she was pushing me, okay, let us do the healing now. I told her, listen, you are healed. And she thought it was a joke. I told her, you are healed. Go tomorrow, let them do the tests. Tell them to take another sample. The other one, we have already cancelled it. The results which came out, we have cancelled them. There are new results for you. Go. This woman is working with the Ministry of Water. She went there. She did the test. I don't know, it takes how many days. And she was like, wow, the test. After the test the following day, I've already taken my tests, and I have she was just giving me, she was chatting to me, but she was giving herself hope. Like, oh, I have faith that the results are good. And I told her clearly, listen, don't waste your time giving yourself hopes and this and that. Look for another thing to do. This thing was already done. It is done. Finished. Jipatie shuli, don't have anything. You can as well believe that you have not been healed and the results will be negative. But for me, I say you were healed, because God has never failed that. Period. Simplest things. Simple thing, having confidence. Let me tell you, a father will always stand with his son when the son always shows confidence in him. If you are a father, when you see kids playing and the kids are saying, Babangu is like this, my father is like this, you just feel something, this energy, you feel that. When you are proud of the father, when you walk with the knowing, not belief is outdated. When you walk with the knowing that I and the Father are one, what belongs to the Father belongs to me. When I call upon the Father, He shall show up without failure, and He is not going to fail me forever and evermore. Just the knowing. It doesn't take any rituals, any readings, any prayers, and anything. Just the knowing. Period. I've spoken enough. Aya, Kamau, is there Kamau? Kamau, Sheila. Now people can talk. Gikonyo, Regina, Susan. Me have spoken.
Yeah, brother, I like the conversation and the testimony. It is very. I was stated earlier about the answers always being there, and they are just waiting for the question. So, like you said, you are going before God. Go with the answers. Like, this is the answers that I have. Or rather, if we ask the questions, because most people are afraid. And I think fear is what holds a lot of people to get to know God, because of what we have been taught or what have been dictated to us. And so we are afraid of God, and so we don't ask the right questions. We feel that something is not right. We feel that this is not all there is. But because the Bible says, or because the pastor says, then we are afraid to explore or to ask the right questions. And again, there's plenty of verses that says, there's a verse that says, you seek and you shall find. Ask and, you shall be answered. Or knock and the door will be open. But we only go so far. We don't go far enough to get to know the full truth. We only get half truths from whoever is teaching us, or whoever has written the books, or whoever is presenting whatever presentation they're presenting. And people are limited just because they limit themselves into understanding who God is, or understanding their power, in creation. So, really enjoyed the conversation today. Learned a lot.
Sheila.
I'm here. I think wasn't come out.
Yeah?
No, I was finished, Sheila. That was it. I was finished. I was just, the brother was just a little bit fast.
So I'm thankful for the sharing. I mean, it's always to be able to get into the next level. The insights and getting to understand more and more and more of our own. I mean, for many people, I like what you have said today, that and that is something that for me as conversation, that we shouldn't, whatever experience that we are having, we should always tell our there's another level of knowing or experiencing God that exists, and so that opens us up to the next level. So for me, that is really awakening and very informative. So I appreciate. Thank you so much, and of course, thank you for also just showing how healing is easy. All the gimmicks we like to do. The things that we have been led to do, it makes you really understand that the path to power is within. So when you draw in and then you spend more time within in your path of self-discovery, and of course knowing yourself more as a child and knowing God more that is within you, then of course the power is exhibited and transmitted through you. And so healing can really, the worst is that many people, of that friend of mine, and with active consciousness, when you think of when it comes to the church, having to unlearn first of all, and now again relearn and then learn, so that for you to be where now, I think the desperation to really get a solution with us that and helping us to understand as well.
Yep, Regina, are you there? Regina, Susan.
Yes, Salim.
Yes, speak. We are wrapping up. Then people to get some rest. What can you say? Say something. Everyone has to speak before we close. Susan.
Hello. You can hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
I don't have much to say. I think I'm grateful for all of you getting this time so that we can learn from each other. I think after listening to your testimony today, Salim, I can say I'm learning about living in the end, because I've been reading about it for some time, and I think now I have an idea of what that is. That is living in the knowing, not just believing, but living in the knowing. Especially that being one with God. Yeah. So thank you for that.
Karibu sana. Gikonyo. Mwagi Gikonyo. Poa ancestor.
Yes. Mimi nimetune in.
Yeah.
Hapa mwisho usingizi ilikuwa inanitafuta bana. But confirmation tu ya vitu nyingi.
Yeah.
So as you said, and some of these things you cannot really put in words.
Okay.
You can only experience them. And then again, you can't seek validation. Maybe you are the only one. Maybe when you are among very experiences. So pia kutafuta validation. I'm sure it was miaka yote 8 without sharing with anyone.
Yeah.
No, not many people you can share with. I'm also realizing it's personal now. As in, it's you see it's for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Regina.
Yeah, so asante sana.
Tuko pamoja sana, bro. Regina, I think Regina she slept because it's already lakini it's still early. She has slept, So guys, I think for today it has been abrupt without notice. Actually, I was just having is my brother Kamau from US. He called me. We had a long talk earlier, and we agreed that we continue in the evening. And I decided to add people in this call so that everyone else can benefit. We stop behaving selfish, so that whatever we have to share, whatever we have to learn, we learn as a family. So for me, I'm grateful, and most of all, I'm grateful for you guys. You spending your time. You spending. You have things to do, but you took time to listen to me, and I appreciate that. Yep.
Sonia, can I ask a question?
Ask.
I listened to someone who was talking about when we look at the way the earth is, and that we are living, the earth is like a dome, right?
Yeah.
And that there seems to be a portal that opens people,
Yep.
the other realms, the other densities. What would you have to comment about that?
Actually, this is what we do not know. Each and every other human, I told you there is more which has not been told. Each and every other human, they are a portal. Every other human, they are a portal. Any human can use this portal to even go to visit other planets. We are portals by ourselves. And this place, yes, by the way, it is said that it is a dome. And the world, they say it is flat. This is very controversial subject, eh? But for me as Salim, this is what I say. The world is not round, but it doesn't make it flat. I don't know if you're understanding me there. It is not round, but it does not make the world flat. What we should try to be figuring out to get the real picture first is, what is this place? Because when the story of separating the firmament, the dome, actually that was not the story of the God, the creator. People creating heaven, separating heavens and heavens and the earth, and separating the land from the sea. This was not God the creator. This was done by the Elohims. There is the first wave of the Elohim who came here. There's a lot of mix-up. It was like a project. It was like a prison. It was like everything. Maybe this is just part of some other world where there was some kind of breakout of some pandemic, not COVID, but some pandemic which is affecting people spiritual. Then we were locked so that we can heal out of it. It can be anything. Humans are portals by themselves, and most entities, those entities which they come and attach to us, they come and attach to us, and you hear someone is possessed. They do not come from any other portal. They are coming through your own portal. The reason why people are told every time, guys, be prayerful, guys, be prayerful, guys, be prayerful. They will enter you through your own portal. From wherever they are. You open it wide, you are wide open, you get entered. Period. Every other human is a portal. And even these many occurrences of the flying orbs, this and that, you are seeing things in the sky, they are coming through humans. The planet has got 5 portals. This planet has got 5 portals to 5 different galaxies. This planet. And every human is a portal. That is why, up to now, I'm saying half of the truth has never been told because there's something yet grander about the whole project of Earth. There is something somewhere. The whole story is not even halfway. There is something somewhere. We can't be having portals. We can't be those who fail to go to the next density. We can't be that we are DNA libraries. We can't be hundred of things same all at the same time. We can't be the stars, because each and every other human is a star, is a sun with planets around them. You represent each star system. The reason why many beings have come is because it's the time for the shift, and that which first shifts is always the sun. So you as a single person, if you don't shift, know that you are carrying a lot. Not shifting with that, you have failed a lot of others. There is much grander definition and story about the whole thing of creation, about the doomed place. Because this area which was separated, it's not a planet is separated. It's an area. This is what I feel, that it is an area which was separated, because there is an ancient Japanese map, very ancient map, and it just got lost like that. I had downloaded it. I don't know these guys how they can just make things lost. Very ancient map. This is what it shows. Our planets. These planets, ours, the ones we know, there are many other planets. There are many, the continents, the continents which we have in this world, which we are told these are the continents. That map was showing other many continents outside the domed area. So it's still a mystery. This is something we have to work upon, and revealing it bit at a time, piece by piece, joining the pictures. Because this map shows like it's like you take the whole table, then you take a bowl and cover one space, and there are still other continents outside. This is the original map, very ancient, Japanese. Upo Shila?
Kabisa nipo.
Habari ndio hiyo. People are saying the planet, the earth is flat. The earth is not flat, and it's not round. This one, either you take it or not, nimekwambia, the earth is not flat, is not round. And whatever we are seeing outside, as the sun, as the moon, as the planets, when we are checking with our telescopes, the planet is veiled. What you are seeing up there, they are projections, even though they are helping you with astrological things, but they are all projections. You are seeing nothing. Nobody is seeing nothing outside the planet. Nobody. That is not what.
This sun that is burning us.
Huh?
Even with this sun that is burning us.
It's not that. What is burning you is not the sun, Sheila. What is burning you is your atmosphere. The sun is very cold. Ice cold. What is burning you? They are the atoms. When they enter our atmosphere, they get heated up. The rays from the sun, they are not hot. They are frequencies. When they hit our atmosphere, they are heated up and we feel hot. Sheila, that's why when debris of satellites come, immediately they cross our atmosphere. What do? Sheila?
They burn.
They burn.
Burn.
Yes, that is the secret. Whatever passes from outside through our atmosphere burns, becomes hot. That's why the space is very, very cold. Haven't you been told? Or didn't you know that the higher you go, the cooler it becomes? Sheila, we are seeing nothing. And yes, there are people who, there are those few who knows these things and they have gotten out of this planet. And there are those who have got, there is a breakaway civilization. We have a breakaway civilization. There is a breakaway civilization from, they are on the moon. The moon is inhabited. The moon has got cities. Mars is inhabited by the breakaway civilization from Earth. There is a breakaway civilization and they,
sorry, finish.
They collaborated with the Nazi Germans collaborated with the aliens long time ago. Long time ago. And the Nazi, the reason why thousands and thousands of Nazis went missing is that they left. When they were fighting the Second World War, they already had started a civilization somewhere. And these guys, the Germans, the reason why they managed until they have a breakaway civilization is because these guys were esoteric. All their technologies, esoteric, spiritual knowledge. They had a government, but it has a whole ministry. It had a whole ministry of esoteric things. So it is, they managed to go out, and many were sneaking out. And some other races, negative races, those, the souls which were here, among their own souls, which reincarnated here for lessons, or which were brought here because they were crazy souls. That time the place was just like open. That's why the breakaway civilization moved ahead And the negative races, which are our brothers too, because all is one face of the same guy, they used to sneak in and rescuing their souls.